Just about every city-dwelling child of the 1950s has a tale about having to be home when the streetlights came on. When daylight began to wane, children of all ages knew where they were supposed to be. They drifted homeward as if pulled by invisible apron strings to avoid the ultimate embarrassment of having their mothers come to look for them. My rowdy brood of sisters and brothers was no exception. Winter or summer, no matter the weather, we stayed outside as long as we could. When the streetlights came on, Furman and I had to go inside. The older kids had to be in front of the house, usually huddled around the light, so that Mama could see them from the front window. My older brother, Randall, was routinely missing. Mama would eventually exit the rickety screen door and plant her feet on the paintless planks of the side porch, like an Amazon warrior in a cotton print house dress. Her natural beauty was accentuated by an ever-present errant curl that she brushed back with a single sweeping motion of her hand, circling upward then around to come to rest at her mouth. With her thin lips pulled back tightly against her teeth, her thumb and middle finger expertly curved to almost touching between her slightly parted lips. Mama took in a deep breath through her nose and forced air from her lungs, over her tongue and through her teeth and fingers, to make a piercing whistle, a two-part bird-like shriek that skidded on the night air and carried to the middle of our city block. Only then did Randall coolly stroll to the waiting glow of the streetlight. He hung back just out of sight every night so that his friends could hear and be in awe of his mother's unrivaled summons. Daddy was rarely home in the evening, when the molded concrete lamppost, topped with frosted glass orbs, glowed softly to usher in the close of day. But occasionally he would whistle too. His sound was louder and more menacing than Mama's. We didn't hear his signal often, but it had a distinctive whoosh and snapped like the crack of a whip. He deftly tucked in his bottom lip and forced out a long, breathy screech, followed by a rapid staccato of pop, pop, popping air. All the running, jumping, and wrestling kids in the neighborhood stopped in their tracks, eyes wide, heads cocked to one side, and necks craned like a herd of deer in listening poses. They all recognized his salient call. Searching out raw siblings and various groups of playing children, someone could be heard saying, "Yo, Daddy's home." Even Randall would breathe a hushed, "Ah, shoot," his mind racing to remember what chore Daddy might have found undone. When we heard Daddy's whistle, we instinctively knew what it meant. Everybody, come home right now, and you're probably in trouble. If we're lucky, his whistle simply meant he wanted us close to home, on the front sidewalk or in the backyard.